What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Lyfe podcast. Back again with another episode of Let's Get to Know Our Nailtech. But today is actually very special. I really never have a couple on my podcast, but they're not just any couple, guys. They're like my good friend, but they're so experienced in the nail industry. I mean, when you talk about entrepreneurship, they literally put their feet in anything that makes money, and that's cool because we need somebody who able to set that example for us to know that they can do it. They're willing to take the risk to show us that is possible. And that's why I'm so honored to have both my friend, which I call them brothers and sisters, Yenlinh and Jimmy Tran. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
How you doing, man? Thank you for having us, man. This is exciting.
Happy holidays.
Well, happy holiday to you and your
Yes.
family.
Thank you.
I know you guys are so busy, but thank you for taking the time to get on this podcast and really educate the nail community and just really show us the path of your success. And we appreciate that what you do for the community. So before we start with any type of awesome story about what's happening now, can you give the audience a little glimpse of how you start yourself as a nail tech and how you end up meeting this awesome, handsome man of yours sitting next to you?
Hi, everyone. I am England, as a lot of you know or don't know. We're in Texas, and how I started was, Min, let me ask you, when you came to America, how did you get here? By boat or by plane?
Well, fortunately, I flew over here. You know, my dad was part of
Yeah.
the Vietnam War, and we got invited just to fly to America and have a new life here. So, what
Right.
about you?
Well, we left in the early 80s. My parents had to leave, for Vietnam to come to this country for an opportunity, right? We all came here for an opportunity. So the reason why I asked was it doesn't matter if you flew here or you came here by boat or you came here by any other way. We all came here for a reason, right? We came here to the land of opportunity is here. We all came to make our dreams come true. And our parents, sacrificed everything they had to bring us to America. So we came here to learn, to get jobs. So what it started for me was I was in high school, and I came from a family of 10. There's 8 of us, and we all couldn't depend on my parents financially for everything, right? I felt, am I echoing? It's weird. Do you hear echo on your side?
You're fine. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it does, but I have my recording on, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
I eliminate it.
Okay. So we all lived in this tiny apartment for 10 of us, and everything we wanted we had to go get ourselves. Our parents was like, well, we can't afford to buy every single one of you whatever you want. So what I did was I started to go to work. Like at 13, I got a babysitting job, and I went to bus tables at a Chinese restaurant. And then, long story short, when I was 15 or 16, I had a friend that had a nail salon that moved from Kansas. I remember he was like, you need to come do nails like on the weekend. And I was like, I don't know how to do nails. I mean, I don't even know how to polish that well, besides polishing myself, right? So he's like, no, come and I'll train you. So I go there to this flea market. It was in a flea market back in 96. And I went in there, and he was like, here, I'll show you how to airbrush, because airbrush was a thing back then, right? So then I started, and I think I'm kind of artistic. I'm good at, drawing, and I can be creative. So he showed me how to, airbrush. So I was like, this is what I'll let you do airbrushing first. And then every time when you airbrush a set of French nails, I will give you that amount of money. So I was like, cool. So like I started airbrushing a whole bunch of nails, and I would get only money from the design. And then I was like, okay, I was motivated to learn more. I'm like, okay, let me learn how to do nails. Let me buff, and let me try to file. And then from there, that's how it started. I started doing my first set of acrylic. It took me like 3 hours. I remember the first client, she was so patient with me. She's like, it's okay, I knew you knew. But back then, a full set is like $15 at a flea market. And I felt like, oh my God, how it takes me $15 just in 3 hours. How am I going to survive? But I pushed myself every day. I showed up. I just kept going, and that's where it gets you, right? Everybody has to start from somewhere. And that's where I started, from the flea market, $15 full set back in 1996. And then from there, I started moving up. I started doing pedicures. I learned more stuff. So every day we're learning. Even to now, I feel like I'm at this age after over 25 years of nail. I'm still learning. I mean, every day nail experience, nail things come out. Everything is, I have to keep updating, and it's nonstop. I would not imagine nail industry nowadays is where it is right now, because I started in a flea market. I mean, you would think it'd die out, but it gets, nail salons are getting bigger and bigger. And so I was just working there. And then 2 years later, after I graduated high school, I met Jimmy. He was, at a basketball court, and he was playing basketball. And it's funny because I had a boyfriend back then, and he didn't care. He was like, I don't care. You don't got a ring on your finger. So, let's so he asked me on a date, and then from there, that's where we are now. And Jimmy graduated, I think, he graduated as a business person. He never did nails. Even to this day, he doesn't do nails.
I can't even polish.
But he's good at people. He's good at interacting with people. He is just really good at talking to people. He's friendly. He talks to every single person out there. I mean, we could be in an elevator for like not even 50 seconds, and he would got to know a person in the elevator, like right there. So I think our personality matched when we met, and then that's how we are now. We started with the nail salon, a small one, like everybody else. We started with a small salon, and then from there, we had ambition, right? We wanted more. Everybody wants more. There's no one out there that I know that wants to stop where they are. Everyone has ambition. Everyone has a drive. So we kept going, and we started having a big salon, Venetian, and then from there to now, that's how we grew with multiple salons and multiple business. So yes, and then we started expanding, spreading our wings, and started doing restaurants and everything else. So that's where we are here now. So that was 25 years. I just kind of like speed up for you right there, man.
Wow, that is a lot to capture in that 25 years.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mentioned something about working in the swap meet, and that caught my attention in your story because I can't imagine being open in the open environment, doing nails, people walking by. Can you give us a little glimpse of how you set up your nail station? And you mentioned you were doing pedicures too. I mean, how was
Yes.
all of that set up at a swap meet?
So typically back then, we didn't have fancy chairs like now. We had buckets. I don't know if you remember, men. We had those buckets that it's like a therapeutic bucket at home. You can buy your own now at home. You can soak your feet in Epsom salt. So it was one of those that we had to heat up a kettle of hot water at the flea market, because we only have a little sink. And then, it's a swap meet. So it's like a garage door where every day you open, and it just slides up. We were on a corner, and there was like maybe 10 nail salons in a swap meet. And we push our stations out to near the front because we can't be out in the hallway. And then from there, the machines back then, we just hang it on the lamp. Those machines where you step on like a
The
sewing machine,
paddle.
and it's
Yep.
like really loud. So like you hold it, it's like a Dremel, like the Dremel they use now. And I remember the client just sits on a regular chair, and I had to carry that heavy bucket with water, regular water, and then we'll pour hot water in there for the feet to soak. And it was crazy. Now that I look back, and I'm like, I can't believe we actually did that. And it was like back to back pedicure, but the pedicures were like, we used all these skin scraper back then. There was really not a lot of massaging, so pedicure was like super fast. They mainly want you to just cut their cuticles, scrape the bottom of their feet, and then polish. There's really not a lot of fancy massaging and candles like nowadays with the mist and everything. I mean, we've gone way beyond like 100% 360 turnaround on pedicures now. And pedicures now are not 15 anymore. 15 is probably like one nail that you can get designed. And back then, it's like $15 can get you a lot. A pedicure, a full set. I mean, it's just crazy how nails have become where it is today. I'm just really shocked. I've seen it all. I've seen it grow. So it's just crazy that we used to have to do all that by hand, no pedicure chair, and then no sanitation. I mean, imagine just dumping the water out and then refilling it with water to do another feet, and everybody
Wow.
seems fine. I mean, you know, so it's just it amazes me how the nail industry has grown over the last 25 years. I'm just every day it's been updated and new things come out. It just amazes me. So
You know, I have a funny story with that. You know, how the whole machine that she was talking
yeah.
about
Yeah.
with the pedal.
Uh-huh.
So when I first met her, and I think you know, one time I let her drive, right? So she was driving, and I'm like, and she was driving my car, and I felt like the car was like going like this. I'm like,
I was
like,
used to
I was
that.
like, I think there's something wrong with my car. And I go, why? What? You feel it? You feel my car going like this? She goes, oh, that's me. Because I feel like I'm doing nails, so I'm on the gas pedal. She's just doing this, doing this. I'm like, oh, figures. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, that there's something wrong with my car, you know. So
Yeah, paddling gets in the habit. So even when I drive, it just goes up and down. It's paddling.
I do.
because you control the speed, you know.
I do miss those paddling drill.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people probably miss those $15 pedicures that you can get everything for that price, you know.
Yeah.
I know that you've been in the nail industry for quite a long time, and you mentioned that Jimmy is very outgoing with customer service, but I know Jimmy was never he never was growing up in the nail industry. So Jimmy, can you give us a little glimpse of like where you adapt the customer service from and how you apply that to the nail industry?
Oh, you know, I recommend this to every parent. Okay, my family was opposite. I'm the only child, so my family came over late '70s. I was about 2 years old, so instead of the nail business back then, my parents actually jumped into the restaurant business. So being part Chinese, my dad's family, we all jumped into being chefs and waiting tables.
Wow.
So um, you know, with the same struggle as her parents, they both worked about 3 to 4 jobs a day, threw me here, threw me there, you know, babysitting. They didn't, you know, because they're you know grinding, trying to make the money. About I want to say about 6 years later, I think my parents saved enough money to buy their first restaurant in Miami. So at 9 years old, I was actually like her, busting tables, doing takeout, packing, you know, to go orders. But that's where I got my outgoing personality. I mean, meeting people every day, seeing people every day, talking. So I was actually very shy. I'm a very shy kid. I was a very shy kid in school. I remember. But my parents throwing me in a restaurant. You know how they say when you go to a Chinese restaurant, you see that kid, you know, at the table doing homework or something. That's a good restaurant, right? Yeah, so that was us. That
That's
was us.
you.
So I was busting tables, and you know, um, just talking to people. People coming talking to me. You know, so I recommend every parent out there, if you have kids, either nail salons, anywhere that has a lot of customers, clients, people environment, throw them out there. You know, restaurant's a good one. You know, because you have to talk to people, right? There's no choice. So that's where I got my personality there, and like she says, I there's times she's like, it's like, hey, just be quiet, you know, you don't need to talk to them. I'm like, well, that's how I am. I can't help it, right? So yeah, that's where the restaurant, nail salons, that's the best place to get your personality. Yeah.
So what do you find differently since that you apply your customer service to the nail salon? So you guys been in the nail industry for like quite a long time now. So what changed that you've realized that, hey, I can impact the nail salon and make a big difference with my personality, my service skill, and with my wife's skill set of understanding the salon industry?
I me when we first started nail salon, almost 25 years ago, back in 2003. Yeah. So sorry, 30. Yeah,
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
I feel that customer service is the number one priority in a salon. Um, every time a customer checked out, I make sure that they were okay. I think the best thing to do is always ask, "Hey, was everything okay?" If they're not happy with your service, at least you have a chance to fix it right there. Because if you don't ask and you don't know, guess what? They leave and you will never be able to fix that problem. Correct?
Correct.
So I think the customer service is very top priority on our list.
Yeah. Cleanliness.
Cleanliness. Going back to customers, I love walking around, just talking to clients, getting to know them. Because once I get to know them, I may not know your name, but I knew what we talked about last time, and they feel special. Then that's when you get to know their name, and you greet your customers on a first name basis. They feel very special. They feel like they're part of the family. They're part of the business. So I think that's the number one. I mean, besides having good nail technicians, customer service is your top priority. And of course, like she said, cleanliness is one thing. All of our salons that we have, we use the dentist the autoclave, like the mid-mark autoclave machines to clean or sanitize our implements. Yeah.
I feel that that's part of. There's many reasons to run a nail salon to become successful. Is it's also your personality. I think. As for me and Jimmy, we're so Americanized. And as for my experience of working in multiple nail salons, I used to travel to states when I was younger to learn and to see how the nail industry out there for a lot of nail techs that have worked for owners. So for me, I feel I need to be in their shoes sometimes. Yes, to be an owner, but yes, part to understand the nail techs. I feel that owners, a lot of nail salon owners, I see they love doing nails. I mean, I love doing nails, right? But when you open a salon and you're hiring nail techs, I feel that you can't just sit there and fight over clients with your techs. I feel that yes, there is clients that are very picky. There's clients that are they need to they need to have things done certain ways, and you have techs that you feel that you can trust them with, then you can give it to them. But as for me, I feel like if there's someone that they cannot handle, yes, I would jump in and I will actually sit and take care of the client just so I can regain that client's trust to come back to our salon, right? But owners, I think they're going to sit out there where they don't explain to their nail technicians the reasons why. I mean, honestly, I feel like nail technicians are kind of like your kids in a way. You need to tell them, you need to explain to them things that they can understand why, especially with the terms, right? Every nail technician is different. There are some that are very bad tempered. There's some that can't handle situations where they get really nervous. So, like, if you can jump in as an owner to help your technician and to teach them how to deal with things, it helps a lot. And you want to help them, right? And you want everyone in your salon to make money. You don't want you to make the money because they're there to help you make money. So there's a lot of mistakes where I see salon owners, they treat their nail techs like they're slaves, or they don't treat them like their employee, right? Because we all go to work for money. They all come to work. They have to be with you all day. So if you're not happy at a work environment with an owner that treats you that are not nice and talks to you, I mean, when you talk to nail techs, I see a lot of nail owners like they talk to them really rude. I mean, yes, they get stressed out and everything, but you have to learn how to control that. And even for me, I always say, you still need to say sorry, right? Because sometimes there is days where I've run a salon and I get frustrated because clients come out and they complain, right? And the owner gets frustrated at the nail techs. They don't listen to both sides. I mean, for me and Jimmy, we always listen to the client, and then after that, we'll listen to the nail tech, and then we'll sit there and we'll reason with them. Okay, you shouldn't do this next time. Do this, right? You can't just like go back there and yell at them, and then they get frustrated and they quit. And then owners don't, and then they go and say, "Oh, nail techs, thở này thở kia," quit it all the time. It's not that. If you don't communicate well with your staff or your techs, they leave you. I would too, if my boss is like rude to me and talks to me like I'm not anyone, I'm like so under them, then I would quit too. So me and Jimmy, even for us, I always say, if it's something we did or we say things that is kind of heavy or nặng lời chút xíu á, we apologize. I mean, I apologize all the time. I take them out and I'm like, look, anh nãy chị nói chuyện hơi lớn tiếng hay là chị giận á because I was mad about the client complaining, then I'm sorry. It's okay to say I'm sorry. Sorry is not a hard word to say. But I feel like if you have an understanding with your staff, it's easier to work with them and it's easier to get to know them more. Yes, don't get close. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to be best friends with your staff or anything, but there's reasons why we do certain things, and you have to explain to them. You can't just like say and ignore it, and then they go home and they get frustrated. So there's a lot of reasons running a salon that I see owners make mistakes running it, and they wonder why they don't have techs, and they wonder why they don't have clients, because you're not open to a lot of things. You have to be open. And there is rules you set in the salon. Okay, if you can't follow this certain rule, then you can't work here. You lay it all out so they can understand. And there's times when certain things happen, you have to sit and reason with them. You can't just like let it go, because they're not going to let it go. They keep, and then they go out there and they talk to everybody, and they start stirring things up, and they say, oh, she's this, she's not doing this right. She told me I have to do this. You can't do that. You stop it right away. You have to pull them out and reason with them right away, so it can stop it from getting being chaos in your salon. Right? I mean, don't you agree? I feel like a
Communication is
lot
so
of nail
big.
salon owners, they're like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that communication is probably one of the biggest things that we lack
Yes.
of in the nail salon. And
True.
we need to get
Yes.
used to constructive feedback. I mean, we need to stop getting
Yes.
butt hurt so fast and just really take constructive feedback and learn and change and make a difference for the clients. The problem that I
Right.
see is so many people are hard headed, not willing to learn, not willing to communicate. And like
Yeah.
you mentioned, one of the biggest things is the problem doesn't get solved. They just brush it away and bad habits return,
Yes.
and they have to deal with that consistently. And that's why they hate being owners and working in the nail industry. It seems like you guys
Yes.
have such a good strategic on how you manage employee, and I can see why you guys are so successful in growing multiple nail salon. Talking about growing a salon, running one salon is so difficult, and I know you guys have experienced that phase before. So give us a little glimpse of how hard was it to run one salon versus now you guys have multiple salon with both you guys using your personalized skill set experience to get this going?
I think running one salon wasn't too bad, right? I mean, like I said, you focus on your customer service, you focus on your technicians, and it all falls in place. The good thing about what we're doing is that all of our other nail salons that we have are managing by our partners that used to work for us. So they've seen what we've done. They've seen
Your structure.
we're in action in the salon. So we take a technician and we say, hey, we give you the opportunity. All right. I know you cannot afford one whole salon, but how about we give you about 20, 30%, whatever, into this business, and then run the salon, because they've worked with us already. They've seen us how we do it. So most of our technicians our partners that are running our salons have worked for us for at least 5, 6, 7 years, or even more. We have one partner that's worked for us for 8 years. She's had so many other opportunities to open her own salon, and other companies have approached her, but they go, no. She was waiting for myself and my wife get an opportunity with us.
The thing is, and it's not just like anybody we pick. It has to be a certain personality that has worked for us. Like one of our partner, Tiffany, Tiffany, Shorty Tiffany. She was our nail technician for so long, and she was just a pedicure manicure. She didn't even know how to do nails, but her personality, she's just an example I'm giving. Her personality fit as running a salon. So we're like, she could be a good partner and someone that can run a salon on her own, right? She wasn't ready yet, but at the moment it was an opportunity. Like I said, we all have opportunities and we should take it. So we would always offer, if we can have staffs that come up to us and say, hey, I see you, you made her your partner, or you made him your partner, can I have the opportunity? But the thing is, men, it's not just everyone that comes up to us and wants that opportunity. Is not, because if we see their personality that we know they cannot take the pressure of running a salon, or cannot take that, we wouldn't make them our partner. And we would reason with them. We're like, look, you're great. You're a great nail tech. And there's nothing wrong with you. You can do nails, but you're only good at doing nails with your client. I don't think you can run a salon, because your personality, like, you can't even come into work on time. You always want to go home early, and you get frustrated at a client that you can't handle. So how are you going to be able to handle technicians, clients, running a salon is it's not that easy. It looks easy when we're up here, but once you're standing up there, it's not. You're dealing with like multiple people. You're dealing with your clients, you're dealing with front desk, you're dealing with nail techs. It's a lot, right? So it's not just anyone that comes up to us and say, "Hey, I want to be your partner. I want you to have a salon so I can run it." It's not that either. It has to be your personality that we see, and then you have to run it the way we run it, that way that our personality kind of fits yours. So that's where all of our salon now has we have multiple nail salon because they're all people that we personally know and we personally train them from the beginning, from working with us until they are now. So in order for it to become a success, we all work together. Every day we communicate because that's a problem with nail salons too. I feel like with partnerships, the communication, like you said, is not there. You could become partner with anyone, but if there's things that are not disagreeable or you don't agree on things, you let it sit and you conceal it and you keep concealing it until one day you just like burst it and you're like, okay, I cannot work with you anymore. I'm out. So the communication is there. Every day we talk to our partners. Every day we're in a text and we say, hey, and when they're frustrated about something, we say, hey, just let us know what we can do to help. And we've been there. So we want you to avoid that mistake. So we communicate really well with our partners, and that's where we are today. And I think because people see us running it like that, mine and Jimmy's personality, we're really open, like anytime when someone comes to us for advice, we tell them there's nothing we hide. Everyone says, why do you tell them this and why do you tell them that? That's your secret running. It's not a secret. It's just your personality. Anyone can do that. But if your personality is not there to run the salon the way it should be, it's never going to work out, right? There is hundreds and hundreds. There's like over 100,000 nail salons in America. There's enough clients for every salon. The problem with I feel with our Asian Vietnamese nail salon industry is we don't support each other. I mean, we all should support each other. Instead of being competitive with each other, we should support each other, right? We all came to America for a reason. We all proved to ourselves that the nail industry has gone beyond this big picture. And none of us, some of us sit here and start competing, start hating each other. Oh, you're opening a bigger salon than me. I mean, who cares? Who cares if their salon is bigger? If you focus on your salon, just focus on your salon, right? I don't know why there's people out there that open, they're like sitting there rubbing in your face that I have this and I have this many clients. It's like, good for you. I'm happy for you. We should support each other, right? I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
happy for all those people out there that open big salon nowadays. I see how amazing. I mean, their ideas, the things they come out with. I'm really happy, and I root for them. I'm like, wow, so yoy. But there is people out there still nowadays like they don't support you, and they're from your own country. You are Vietnamese to each other. We should be happy that we're all making money. We instead of like putting down each other and talking bad about each other. Oh, this salon is this salon. When nail techs come to my salon and work and they try to say things about their boss or how they run, I was like, I don't want to hear it. If you come here, you start a new thing, you don't want to hear. But even bosses, like owners now, I mean, I feel like the newer generation of nails nowadays when they open, I feel like maybe it's a new money thing. I don't know, but they just rub everything. They try to show off everything. I mean, it's good for you. It's good for you, right? But whatever makes you happy. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like the problem with our nail industry, Vietnamese industry, is we don't support each other. And I, I want everyone to support each other and be happy because there's a nail salon in every corner. What are you gonna do when they open, right? You focus on your own nail salon. You don't need to sit there and badmouth them. Who has time for that, right?
Right.
So I just feel that we as nail owners, the more me and Jimmy are in it, we're just open to ideas, and I share ideas. We never hide anything. Anytime when someone asks us anything, we root for it. Including I have now staff that they come up to me and I tell them like, I don't expect you to work for me forever. Everybody wants to be an owner. Everybody wants to have a nail salon one day. If you decide to open a salon one day, besides opening like 2 minutes across from me, I support you. I'm like, come to me. If you need anything, I will give you help. I'll give you ideas. I'll support you. But I am happy that they can go on their own. They spread their own wings, and I say good luck to them. I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, why are you opening a salon? I mean, why be so negative? You gotta be a positive person for someone to feel that energy, right? I hate being around negative energy. When I sense that someone is being so negative all the time, I just kind of like stay away. I don't like to be around them because I just feel like it drains you down because they're so negative, right? Nobody wants to be around negative people. So I always tell them like, look, they have the ability to go out and open their own salon. Good for them, you know? It's no, why would you want to work with someone forever? I didn't, you know?
I think what makes us a little different is that we don't look for somebody that just has money.
Yes.
Anybody has money to open a nail salon, right?
Yes.
That's not us. We're looking for somebody. We look the further picture, the long run. All right. We want somebody that who could run the salon. Again, their personality. So it's not just, hey, I got $1 million, Jimmy, and let's do it. No,
No.
I don't think you can run a salon, right? I don't. It's not about you
We're
having
not
money.
looking for investors
Exactly.
or someone that can run us.
Run the salon, yes, an operator.
Yeah.
And if one of our technicians doesn't have the funds or the financial, you know what? We can work with them. You know, we'll work with them. Say, hey, no problem. Become our manager first. All right, we'll give you this bonus every month. Build the salon, and then one day we'll make you our partner when you're financially ready. You know, so that's I think that's what's different. A lot of companies out there say, "You got money? Come here, bring you in."
I've
Guess
seen
what?
so many nail salons that have spent so much money because they have money. They feel like, oh, I'm gonna open a big salon because I have the money, the funds. But even if you open a big one and you don't have a person properly running it, it's not gonna do well,
Yeah.
right? You know, you could anyone can open a big 12,000 square foot salon, but if you don't have the right operator or whatever, then
That's right.
it's not gonna do well.
Well,
And I feel bad because that's a lot of money you have to put out. A
they
lot of
say
money.
money can buy anything, but it cannot buy personality and it
Anything.
cannot buy knowledge.
No.
But I
No.
love your strategy because to me, I feel like growing up as a nail tech, I feel like there's always a ceiling above your head because you can't grow. You either become a nail tech or an owner. And like you mentioned, not everybody is made to be an owner, but they have a good work ethics. They have ability to manage. They just don't want to take the risk and that responsibility. But that is such a great strategy because that's how you motivate them to be better, to be like you. I really envy that strategy. So thank you for laying that path for these nail tech that wants to grow without owning anything. And with all that being said, you guys have such a strong head on your shoulder. I heard something recently that you guys have this new business adventure. And I know you guys invite me to your grand opening, but I was not there.
I know we missed you.
I miss you guys too because I was with my daughter's state tournament. But
And that's understandable. Yes, families first.
It is.
Above everything.
It is. So I want to take this moment and I want you guys to share about your new business adventure because we would love to hear what you guys have in store for us.
So we recently came out with a POS system for a nail salon. It's called Ravo. We had an opportunity came across from us. Just like I said, we run into people that along our path of nails, people just approach us. You know, like I said, oh hey, I have this venture. I want to pitch it to you. See if you guys are interested. And a friend of ours, actually, she knows a great programmer and software engineer. She's friends, and they've been doing POS for a long time. And there was an opportunity that came across and said, "Hey, Yenlinh and Jimmy, would you guys like to be part of this POS system for nails?" And we were like, yeah, I mean, nowadays and from now to the future, it's all POS, right? In order to run a salon now, no more appointment books that you have to flip and all that computer. Now it's all touch screen POS. I mean, it has been updated. And in the future, like you said, AI is going to take over, right? So everything's going to be computerized. So they came out with this program and they asked us and we looked into it. And we're like, wow, there is salons opening every single day. I mean, like I said earlier, I mentioned did you know there's over 110,000 nail salons across America,
Wow.
right? So we're like, and not all of them use POS.
No.
Some of them are still using books nowadays. And
some still
even
just use the
computer,
drawer.
like with the clickings. Yes. So we just feel like if we can convert and make all these nail salons slowly transition to POS and introduce them. Yes, some people are not computer savvy. Some people are not internet savvy or anything, but we have a program where we have a whole team that can actually train them over the phone. So recently we went to Vietnam. We set up a team. There was we have a office in Vietnam as a call center, a customer center, and we have now over 60, 70 employees over there to handle all these POS customer service answering questions. So from there, we're growing. We also have an IT.
So basically, overseas we have over 150 employees ready to serve our clients that need any kind of call center, customer service, IT problems. Hopefully there isn't, but we have the staff there to help
to provide
And
that kind of
personally,
service.
it's yes, it's something that we invested in. But me and Jimmy actually don't go out there and actually sell the POS. We have agents to do it. So because we don't have time, and I personally, I am not a good salesperson. I could sell other people's things, but I cannot ever sell my stuff. I don't know why.
Me too.
And I just feel that, yeah, right. It's so weird. We
We're
can.
so good
I
at
can,
hyping other
I can
people's
sell
stuff up.
So this POS system it's for the future, and we know there's a lot of POS system out there. There's different brands, but this one is more like an updated, something that you can customize on your own. Every nail salon runs things differently. The terms are different. The payrolls are different. So this one, you can actually, you can sit down and customize with our IT people, and they can do it the way you want it in your salon. So it's created by a nail. Our ideas were like, we told the team, we're like, oh, we need something that every salon is different. We need our own system on a certain level way where we want certain things, but all in one. Everything in one, like just one screen, turns, payrolls, appointments, everything all in one screen that would help and be easier for nail salon owners if they have to step out of the desk or the salon. It can almost run on its own. Like you just have a person to stand there and monitor it.
So what you're trying to tell me is
Yes.
like this is actually a computer system. Like now the hardware, does it come with like a monitor and a register that you put
Yes.
cash in and everything? It's
Yes.
almost like a register.
Yes.
But this software can take
Correct.
appointments. It can do
Yes.
transaction. It can do gift cards.
Everything.
Everything that you can think of in the nail salon.
It's all in one.
So
Yes.
basically, when we were approached with this system, I had questions. I was like, okay, we've been in the nail salon, we've been in action for so long. We know what it takes to run a salon. So I had questions for the program. I go, hey, can this do this? Can it do that? Everything I asked, basically, they said yes, it can do it. And if it can't, guess what? Like she said, we can custom. If it makes sense, we can customize it to your liking.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome because we
It's
need
really-
that kind of stuff. Oh, so now how fast does the fund gets transferred to their bank, like for each day when they close down the day?
Oh, just like any merchant, man. If it's on a weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's the next day. Of course, like every merchant, like when it hits the weekend, you'll get it by Monday, right? Like Friday, Saturday, you'll get it by Monday. That's every merchant though. So yes, ours is the next day on the weekdays, and then the weekend you'll get it the following business day. That's how it works. Every merchant, yes.
Now, is there any type of like setup fee or cancellation fee if they want to do all of that?
There's no setup fee.
Okay.
Whatever you want. As far as the merchant, the POS, we have someone. We will send you the system. Like she
There's
says,
an agent that will explain how everything
and
is.
if there's an agent locally where you're
come
at,
and
they
train
come
you.
and train you.
Yeah.
They'll come and
Nice.
train.
Basically, now when you click onto our Ravo our website, someone will reach out to you right away, and then they'll see where you're located at, and then they'll send an agent out there. We have agents all over the United States that have previously signed up for us that wants to work, as an agent for Ravo. So you'll be surprised. There's someone that's right by you that can come and train you and teach you how to do it. And we try to keep it, like I said, customer service wise. Because a lot of people, if you're stuck on something, you don't want to be stuck not knowing how to deal with the thing. So we're trying to really hard to make that happen where you don't have to wait a long time for a customer service to help you with your problems, or you have a glitch somewhere along the way. So at the beginning, like everything else, you have to learn to work with it and stuff. But it's very It's very
User-friendly.
practical, user friendly, like an iPhone. You get on, you can just figure it out if you sit there and play with the system. So we want to make it easy for a lot of salon owner. And then, in the future, we're starting to do restaurants now. We have a few pho restaurants that are using it. Coffee shops are using it. So we're slowly transitioning, working on all that. And we do have a few pho and boba shops that are using our system at the moment.
And like I mentioned, we have overseas staff to serve you guys, but we also have in the U.S. too. So it's just to make it clear.
Yes.
So
We have a couple of teams that are in a certain state to help with the software engineers and the programmers. Yeah. So
What I love
working
about
with
a good
them.
POS system is like, honestly, a good POS system is good for tax purposes too. It
Yeah.
keeps tracks of a lot of things. And I think what
Yes.
benefit about Salon is like, what service that are coming in frequently. And you can track like,
Yes.
oh, more pedicures are coming in at a certain month, more food sets.
Yes.
So you can literally plan on your outcomes for those months. That's
Yes.
what I
You
love
can.
about the POS.
Yeah, it is. And this one, you can have an iPad and you could be in Thailand and you sit there and you can
You
see
run a
what's
salon.
going on and you can run the salon right from your iPad.
So you
Like,
mean
you
there's
tell
an app
whoever's
that's
standing there.
you have an app that linked to this POS?
So we're the only POS that can user friendly with iOS system.
Wow,
Yes.
that is
Yeah.
amazing.
With iOS, yeah.
iOS, yeah. Like she said, you can be in anywhere now,
Thailand.
and
You
run.
can be in Thailand and just sit there and look at the term and like, okay, and you can text your front desk like, hey, this person is behind. You can like totally run the salon just being somewhere else on your iPad. Yeah.
Good way to micromanage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we need.
We all love.
That is so cool because, and if somebody would call you and say, I want your POS, how fast is you can get them activated?
I'm pretty fast. We have agents all around. So we even if you call me right now, man, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna get an agent to call you right away and
get you set up.
And then we'll try to beat your whatever rate you have now with your merchant, right?
Yeah, either match or
We try to match it or beat that rate so you can get. And there is like of course there's a monthly fee and there's a contract, whatever. Do we have or something like that?
Yeah, at least we do at least a year to 2 years of contract. But like I said, our rates are very competitive. So if we can't beat it, we'll match it.
Yeah.
We'll match it for you.
And that's awesome. And, nowadays, a good rate for a merchant is so important because everything's getting so expensive. And, we don't want that. Now, is there any type of like additional cost in terms like over slice, or is there like an X amount of charge that we can have in a month that it doesn't surpass anything?
I think we do have like just a flat fee. Yeah, we could do that as well too.
Nice. So there's different options. There's different options for different type of businesses.
Yes. So basically, what the best thing to do is we'll get your monthly merchant statement, and we'll have an agent or ourselves look over it and tell you, hey, you're being overcharged this over that, and then we'll try. Like I said, we'll beat that. We'll beat whatever your merchant is charging you. Yeah.
That is so cool, man. I'm so excited to see what you guys going to do with your new business adventure. And
we wish you were there that day, man.
Man, I wanted to be there.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. It was a very good turnout.
Now, how can the viewers reach out to you guys? What is there a website, or like how can they follow your new adventures and get a hold of you for your POS?
You can follow us on like Facebook. We have Facebook. Ravo is RAVO, or you can go to ravo.com and that's our website. And basically, if you're interested and you click on it, like everything else now, there's that thing you click on, someone will reach out to you right away.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like if I know you personally and you call me and you say, Yenlinh, I want to know about this, I have an agent to come because I'm still learning. I mean, we have to go do training classes and stuff for all this, because we're not a programmer. We're not program savvy. So that we're in the learning about it too. So the agents actually know more because they train more with the system. But we try our best to answer a lot of questions, but if we don't, we send an agent to call you and to answer all your questions. But we've been so busy that Jimmy and I haven't really sat down and started learning every detail. So we have to get to that right after the holidays because people are calling us and asking, okay, this and that. And we have to answer. We have to know because it's all programmed, right? So yeah, we're excited about this, and this
Very
is a big
excited.
project for us. We feel that we probably have to end up traveling, maybe go to Vietnam, and meet the team soon. I didn't last time. We only saw the office there, the call center, but we didn't get to meet everybody. So we probably have to do that soon. And same with our team in Jakarta and
Yeah, and for the Philippines.
yeah, the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah, and by that time, hopefully you guys will come back to my podcast and give us an update on your
Yes,
new
for
ventures,
sure.
you know?
We're
So, because I know a
excited.
lot of people will be more interested to know what else is new on that POS,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, yeah, and we're always adding more features to the POS system
Yeah.
as well.
And we're open to any suggestions that people want, and we try to input it in, and we'll pitch it back to the team and say, hey, this person asked if we can add this in, and they're programmers, they're happy to do it
If it makes
they
sense,
want to add. Yeah, if it makes sense at all, they will add on to it. We'll add on to it.
yes.
What life advice you can give the viewers before we let you go? Because I want to keep you here as long as I can, but I know you are so busy running multiple businesses and managing your awesome staffs. Give us one good
Yeah.
advice.
My personal advice is I say you cannot stop thriving. Don't stop, don't give up. Keep going, keep pushing yourself because there's endless opportunities out there that can come across you anytime. So you keep going and you keep pushing yourself no matter what. Don't be around negative energy. You always want to stay around positive energy and you want to keep going because you don't want to let anything draw you down.
Yeah, I think mine is and she taught me this a lot. She goes, take risks. You know that saying, scared money don't make money.
Yes.
It's true. Sometimes you invest and you fail, but guess what? You learn from it, right?
You learn.
So you're not gonna always succeed. You have to fail to learn.
Yeah.
So always take risks and then in your heart or in your heart and you feel it, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Just like you said, yeah, just take risks.
And my favorite saying, man, like, if you want to go fast, you can go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together as a
Yeah,
team.
that's the team.
So when you want to go far, you got to get people and you have your surrounding. That's
Right
when
team.
you reach far. But anyone can go fast, right? When they go alone.
Amen. Wow. That was some powerful advice right there from the most wonderful couple that I ever met. Thank you so much for your time. And if you guys enjoy this podcast, make sure to like, share, and leave a comment. And reach out to them for their new POS system. And if you have a chance to visit one of their salons, please visit their salon. It is beautiful. It is good atmosphere.
We are open for people to come in and seeking advice or even yeah.
Yes.
We're very open. We're very open.
They're awesome, guys. That's all I got to say. Nonetheless, thank you so much.
Man. Thank you for having us.
This was fun.
This was fun. We should do this more often.
Well, we should. Well, that's why I say come back in a few months, give us an update, and we'll go from there.
I'm excited to see who you have next on this podcast. I look forward to it.
I try to keep it a secret so you guys won't know my next one, you know?
Oh.
All right.
Thank you
We'll be
so
looking
much,
out for
guys.
it. Thank you. Have a nice
Have a
day.
good day. Happy holiday.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas. Thank you.